Hello Mets fans, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a great start to your day, and we're going to continue the discussion for the Mets and their approach to MLB free agency. As we know, they've been showing interest in keeping tabs on all these different players, especially outfield positions, and this time we're going to take a look at a player that the Mets previously showed interest in a couple months ago, but things are picking up steam once again over the past 48 hours, that being in, yes, Marcell Ozuna. So I'll be breaking down everything there is to know about Ozuna and his actual game, the possible connection, if any, with the New York Mets, and trust me, there's definitely some, more than I even realized over the past day or so, and everything in between. And as always, guys, make sure you stay all the way until the end of the video for all the deets and all my thoughts on Marcell Ozuna and his connection with the Mets. If you end up enjoying this kind of Mets content and want to see more great Mets content like this, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with your friends, put on that notification bell. Really mean a lot, guys. Help us get 2,000 subscribers. We're just around 200 away. We're so close, and thank you all so much in advance for the continued and endless support. It means the world to me. But enough of me talking, let's get right into this video. Here we have 30-year-old left fielder and DH in Marcell Ozuna. At 6'1", 225 pounds, a righty at the bat and the plate, had a dominant 2020 season in his debut year with the Atlanta Braves, in which in 60 games played in 228 at-bats, racked up 18 home runs, 56 RBIs, a 338 batting average, a 431 on-base percentage, a 636 slugging, and a 1.067 OPS. And in 2019, in his final year of his 2 years in St. Louis, in 130 games played and 485 at-bats, racked up 29 home runs, 89 RBIs, a 241 batting average, a 328 on base percentage, a 472 slugging, and an 800 OPS. And throughout his career, 991 games played, 3,764 at bats, Ozuna has racked up 166 home runs, 594 RBIs, a 276 career batting average, a 335 on base percentage, a 466 slugging, and an 801 OPS. Ozuna was a two-time NL All-Star in 2016-2017 with the Marlins, and 2017 was a Gold Glover as well, repping the outfield, and is also a two-time NL Silver Slugger in that 2017 season, and most recently in 2020 with the Braves. Also in 2020 is a All-MLB First-Teamer and won the Edgar Martinez Outstanding DH of the Year award. And just to expand a little bit further on Ozuna's game, so you guys know, during the span of 2016 to 2019, during his final 2 years with the Miami Marlins, and then his only 2 years with the St. Louis Cardinals afterwards, racked up at least 23 home runs and 76 RBIs. This guy has been a consistent batter, as we know, and had a career-high season in his walk year with the Marlins before hitting free agency in 2017, where he racked up a total of 37 home runs and 124 RBIs. He has not been able to replicate those numbers since then. He has been close to hitting 30 home runs, however, during his time with the Cardinals the following 2 years, but the batting average was down and things just didn't look like a great fit with St. Louis. But with Atlanta this past year in the short 2020 season, had phenomenal numbers, was one of the best hitters in all of baseball during that span, almost an RBI per game in that 60-game season. So I thought this report was very interesting because I even touched on it. I did not think that Marcell Ozuna was much of an option for the Mets. They showed interest in him a couple months ago, reportedly through SNY, as we know, but since then, just over the past 24 to 48 hours, you can see right down here by Mike Rodriguez, who's an MLB translator, has stated how 6 teams already have contracts on the table for Marcell Ozuna, that being in the Atlanta Braves, the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, the Giants, the Nationals, and yes, the New York Mets. And the Yankees and the Dodgers have also chimed in for a contract that would presumably be anywhere from a 4 to 6 year deal. Marcell Ozuna is at the age of 30 already, as we know, so anything really past a 4-year deal is something I would not love personally as a Mets fan, but I am very enticed to see the Mets actually have a contract here, and has since been confirmed by other guys, including John Morosi has stated that both teams from the NL and the AL have shown interest and have had contracts on the table for a guy of Ozuna, and same thing can be said with Hector Gomez, who's an MLB insider as well. So there has been confirmation since this report first came out just not a couple hours ago, really, from Mike Rodriguez. So I want to know your thoughts in the comments below about this, as always, guys, but for me personally, I'm really wondering what the Mets' purpose is here and what kind of contract they actually offered, because it seems reported that they did in fact offer a contract, but for how long and what kind of term? Like, what are we looking for when it comes to Ozuna? Because don't get me wrong, he has a great bat. He was fantastic during the short 2020 season. It has been a very consistent hitter in the MLB, but he is by no means a really average outfielder at this point in time. If anything, he's right around average, but he has definitely struggled the past couple years. He is pretty much past what he once was in 2017 as a Gold Glover, and we've all seen that now. And when you look at him as a DH, he's been utilized as a DH more often than not. He's a left fielder, but the guy doesn't have the legs like he used to, and I'm just really curious why the Mets would go down the route of Ozuna here, really to add in that left field. Okay, yes, he's an upgrade over Dom Smith playing in left. Assuming that you have the DH in place, I get it. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but Ken Rosenthal just over the past 24 hours or so has stated on another show that yes, it's unofficial, but he fully believes that the MLB intends to have the DH back in the NL, and hopefully we have a decision on that soon, because that is critical. I touched on that so many times here on the channel, especially in the live streams. It drives me nuts that the MLB has yet to make a decision in regards to the DH being universal or not again. I think it would be huge, especially for the Mets. They'd probably be the best team in all of the NL to benefit from that situation. That way you can have Alonso and Dom rotate between playing first and DH, and then you have that opening in the left field, which very well could go to Ozuna. But again, this guy just won DH of the year in 2020. Why are you going to have him be more so a left fielder than a DH, unless there are some trades and possibilities that we simply don't know about? So I'm really left scratching my head. I'm left wondering what the future is for Dom Smith. Sandy Alderson just made it clear over the past year or so that Dom Smith isn't going anywhere. I really have my fingers crossed and hope so, because I love Dom. He's young, controllable, and still has a lot of great potential for the Mets going forward after what we have seen over the past year plus. So very interesting situation. Marcell Ozuna, a great bat, not so great when it comes to his fielding past his prime and that right, but still a guy that can get you consistently upwards of 30 home runs and 90 plus RBIs for a couple more years in his career, I would have to say. So maybe he very well is an option for the Mets if they want to go down, if they can't land that big name bat and George Springer, for instance. But if they do, then you're still going to have to rely on Ozuna having somewhat of a liability there in left field, and also trying to rotate him in DH. Maybe him and Dom go back and forth between left field and DH, but that also shows that they aren't prioritizing defense, at least if they're not going to possibly move Nimmo, because Nimmo would be the guy to move to left if George Springer would come in, because he would play center. The Mets definitely need to upgrade at center, if you ask me. I love Nimmo. He's definitely a top player in the MLB when it comes to on-base percentage and getting on base. That's great, but when it comes to his defensive game, he's average at best when it comes to actually being a center fielder. I much prefer him in the corner. So bringing Ozuna in the mix has really left me scratching my head, and I want to know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. How do you feel about the latest reports connecting Marcell Ozuna to a lot of these teams, including the Mets, however, that they reportedly already have a contract on the table for him? Would you like to see Ozuna land in Queens with the Mets? Do you think that I'm not really sure how to feel about this right now? I want to see what other moves or direction they go down. Again, we're really not going to know until we have some signings actually come to fruition, and hopefully that does in fact happen over the next week or two. But as soon as they do, with anything Mets related especially, I'll be right here to report it, either through a live stream or a new video. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. But thank you all again for the countless support. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, share this video with your friends, put on the notification bell, all those great things. If you enjoy this kind of Mets content and want to see more great Mets content like this, make sure to check out my previous videos. I did a video late last night on Albert Almora Jr. connection with the New York Mets, as they have shown interest in him reportedly over the past day or so, among many other things. So thank you all again, guys. It means the world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll talk to you again real soon.